Hello, in this video we're starting in week 3 and then we're going to scroll down and take a look at the week 3 quiz and what you need to know to be successful for the week 3 quiz. So first of all, just the general layout of how to get in the quiz. In the past, a couple students have been confused about that this isn't the actual quiz itself, it's a folder, which means if you click on it, it will take you to where here is the actual quiz. So there is the week 3 quiz that you would actually start. But then we've got these two data sets. And you're going to want to download these files prior to the start of the quiz. We'll go ahead and open them up. You can see we've got two data sets. For the World 95 data set, we do have the following kind of key for what the numbers for climate represent. So hint, hint, even though they are numbers, they represent categories, which means this is a categorical variable. Climate is a categorical variable. So there's my hint for your exam. Also note, if you are a Mac user and you're having any trouble getting the data to download, try one of the following two things. It should work, but I promise it's not the data set. It's how you're trying to download it. So just go ahead, give it a try, and it should work for you. So back to here, just here is the quiz. You're going to have two multiple regression questions and two MANOVA questions. So only 4 questions, 2 multiple regression, 2 MANOVA. It is open book, open notes. You can start the quiz, come in and out of it as much as you like, as long as you submit it by Sunday of week 3, which is January 28th. You're good to go. You can go back and forth as much as you want. So let's take a look at what you're going to need to do. So remember, right, similar to the week 2 quiz, you have to use JASP. That's a big one. So you absolutely have to use JASP. When you're doing JASP, you need to save that JASP output, put it in a Word document that does have to be submitted at the end of a quiz. You also have to write up the results in APA format. That is super, super important, because even if you have the right answer, if you don't have the results written up in the right format, so if you don't have the hypothesis, you don't have all the information you needed for the supplemental test results, you are not going to do well. So let's go ahead, since we're right here in MANOVA, and I will also cover this in the live session for week 3. But if you click here, you've got the data set and you've got the document to take notes. So this is the handout. Then when you're watching this video, so we're going to go ahead and mute this, you can see that, well, I went too far. So I've got the exact wording of how to word the hypothesis correctly for a MANOVA. Then if you scroll through in the video, when I start talking about the results, come on. But I'm going to go through, obviously, in this video, it's 21 minutes long, and I talk through the results. I talk about all the types of supplemental tests, so how to find the degrees of freedom, interpreting the p-value. You do need to go through. I mean, I've got interpreting the ANOVA results. I've got all of the information you need. Then this right here, this is, so written results, this is exactly what you need. So it needs to look like this for your, quiz. When you submit a MANOVA answer, this information needs to be in the question box in Blackboard. The only other thing you need is you need to include the null and the alternative hypothesis in this write-up. So I do have the null and alternative hypothesis at the beginning of the video, but here you can see this is the full write-up. It's got the Shapiro-Wilk, it's got, all of that other good stuff. In fact, if you go through, you can see all of that great stuff. This, I will say, is one where it had significant results. So it had significant results. That means you do need to include the overall results for the individual ANOVAs as well. So yeah, so there you go. Just wanted to make sure that you could see, like, this is everything you need to include for the MANOVA. Now for the multiple regression, remember that content was in week 2. Since we didn't have the live class in week 2, here, and you can see I have examples of the write-ups because I've got the example part 1, example 2. So for both of these two examples, I've got exactly how to write the hypotheses as well as exactly how to write them up correctly. And so there's 2 examples there, both a significant example and a non-significant example. And then I have regression information and examples here as well. So similar to what I said before, this is linear regression. You are not being tested on linear regression, but you can use it in our course, but you're just not being tested on it. But for multiple regression, and you can see I'll have, here's the research question. Here's the hypothesis. This is really important here. Make sure that your hypothesis is a prediction, right? All regressions are predictions. They are not relationships. So make sure that it is a prediction for your hypothesis. Then if you come down, and I go through, I explain all the extra information you need. Let's see, where are we at here? So you can see the examples, all of that good stuff. And then here you go. So there are the written results. So as you can see, I've got everything that you are going to need for the written results. The only extra thing that you would need is that null and alternative hypothesis. Otherwise, this is how you should write up your results for the quiz. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, good luck. And I hope you actually kind of start enjoying it. I will tell you, multiple regressions are my favorite. I love doing multiple regressions. So hopefully you enjoy them. And MANOVAs are pretty cool too. So have a great day.